assuming that you're looking for your bashert, and again by that I mean specifically the one that Hashem said is the right one for you, not your version, not what you're looking for, not what you think is best, but the one that Hashem chose for you. The question is, okay, how do I find that person? Is there a neon light? Does Eliyahu Navi come out? How do I know? And the answer to that question really is similar to any decision that you're going to make in life. And to really do this properly, you have to understand that there is a specific way that Hashem wants us to act in this world. You see, Hashem created this world and runs this world according to certain rules. And one of the rules the Chovos HaLevavos explains to us is that Hashem runs the world according to the derech hateva, according to the ways of nature. Meaning to say, when Hashem created this world, Hashem made immutable laws of nature. Gases tend to expand. Heavy objects tend to fall. Heat tends to rise. Those are laws that govern the entire cosmos and every part of it throughout this galaxy. But you see, here's the point. The point is that Hashem created very specific laws to the running of nature, and Hashem created very specific laws that He wants us to obey. And that is, primarily, we're supposed to act in the derech hateva. We're supposed to act in the way of nature, and when we act in the way of nature, we're also supposed to know that every outcome is determined by Hashem. When it's time for me to earn a living, I go out in the marketplace, I use my wisdom, I use my acumen, I ask myself, what are my skills? What are my talents? What seems to suit me? What are the strengths that Hashem gave me? And then I pursue exactly those strengths. And I open a business, or I go into a profession, or whatever suits my particular tendencies, my nature, and I pursue that as the way that Hashem gave me to earn my livelihood. And when I open my store, or go into my profession, or begin my trade, I know that this is what Hashem wants me to do, and the outcome is determined by Hashem. How much money I am to make that year has been determined by Hashem and Rosh Hashanah. My job is to go out there and use the world in the ways of the world. I have to go out there and earn a living. I have to work. I have to do my part. And I have to fully recognize and fully know that Hashem determines the outcome. Certainly when it comes to finding a person's bashert, that's exactly the system. I have to go out there and use the way of the world. I have to use the system the way Hashem designed it. But you see, that's what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm using this world in the ways of the world, and I'm relying on Hashem to bring the right person to me. But you see, both parts have to be there. There's a balance there. If I decide, listen, I'll wait for Hashem to bring my bashert to me, guess what? It's not going to work, because that's not the way Hashem runs the world. On the other hand, if I'm taking control, I'm in charge, I can't rely on anybody else, and even Hashem, as good as He is, I have to take care of some things myself. As the Chovos HaLevavos explains to us, Hashem will leave you up to your own devices, and if you trust your wisdom, you will be left to your own wisdom. And it is very, very difficult for human beings to know that they're ever making the right decision. But you see, that's not our goal. Our goal is to follow the path the way Hashem wants us to. And there is a very specific path. I'm supposed to use the world in the ways of the world, and I'm supposed to know that exactly that which Hashem determined will be. When it comes to going out, I'm supposed to follow the system. I'm supposed to use the system the way Hashem created it, and then I'm supposed to rely on Hashem to bring me the right person. I have to use that system, and I have to know that Hashem will bring to me the right person. Both parts have to be there. When I've done my part, then I rely on Hashem. But when both parts are in place, then I have a right to say I've done my right ishtadlus, I've followed the system the way Hashem wants me to, and I have a right to assume that Hashem will bring me the right person in the right time.